to buy.
I'm sure there's been more challenging housing markets in the history, but I don't want to see those.
Or to renovate.
We knew that renovating would be a really long process.
That is the question. Well, the Beatrices did both.
We were in a rush.
Yeah, we were on a very tight timeline. I think it was 46 days.
How many homes did you fall in love with or like that just got taken off the market before you could even think about it?
About half.
Yeah.
About half of them. And I think we looked at about 20 homes. When I say it was rapid and when I say it was a blur, it really was.
Housing market, the average price is gone up to $275,000. Meanwhile, the units are down 20% over last year.
Jessica and Edward moved from Columbus to Cincinnati. They hoped to find a home with everything they needed, but low inventory and a competitive market made that impossible.
Were you seeing a lot of homes that you looked at and were like, this is kind of a high price for what I'm getting here?
Yes.
That's exactly what happened.
So after they found their home,
We ripped out the linen closet, took down this wall.
they're renovating. From their office to basement and master bath.
I think knowing what we're getting makes it worth it. But there are days when it feels like it's taking a million years.
So how do you know what's right for you? Realtor Caroline Kramer with Keller Williams says there's a few things to consider. If you're looking for a new home, it is competitive out there. So can you afford a competitive offer?
Going above an offer that much, I know it's competitive, but will you ever see that kind of return again?
For the right home, we are seeing multiple offers over list price. But people need to take into consideration, what is that home actually worth? Was it priced accurately or is it priced below market value?
And if you want to renovate, what's your timeline?
Okay, so what would it cost to renovate? Are those renovations going to increase your home value? Are you going to see a return on that? Are you able to get the contractors in place to make it happen?
Also, Caroline says to expect costs to go over for unexpected challenges and delays, and consider whether you need to live in temporary housing for that renovation.
It's not always cheaper. And the other thing is just getting the contractors. They are busy, but also there's a labor shortage.
Jessica and Edward were able to budget along the way for all their projects and went room by room so they could still live in their home while the work is being done. But they say some minor inconvenience is worth the investment for their forever home.
I'm trying to embrace the process. I've had so much time to be creative in here.
I think it's the best of both worlds,
Yeah,
honestly.
it has been.
Takes a little bit more work and a little bit more TLC. And I think if you're willing to invest in that, I think you can find that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So here's a quick recap. Now, if you want to move, you got to make sure it's affordable. You got to be able to put in a competitive offer, and you got to make sure it's priced reasonably. And if you renovate, it's not always cheaper. And you got to make sure the contractors are legit and they're affordable, as well as do you need to live somewhere else in that time period? So you're spending money there if you do. Also have some savings for any unforeseen obstacles that might pop up. And then, of course, how fast do you need it done? Local 12 has more consumer stories just like this. Don't forget to click the links and press subscribe.